979 GRD rocks. Johnny Walker with you for the rest of the afternoon. Got some special guests in studio that you're going to get to see tonight at the Van Andel. Kicking off the show for tonight is going to be Volbeat and, of course, Avenged Sevenfold, Kill Switch Engage. And these guys this is your first time in Grand Rapids, right?
Wrong.
No?
No, we've been here with Seven Dust. No, we haven't. We've been here with Lacuna Coil. Yeah. And we've been here on our own.
But it's been a while.
Times. Yeah,
It's been a while.
A year.
And with Mushroom Head once.
Yeah. We're talking about Avatar. Welcome back to Grand Rapids, guys.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We're glad to be back.
You guys
Your
have
streets are so clean.
The streets are very clean here, and there's a lot of beer. You guys went out and had lots of beer last night, from what I understand.
I had one non-alcoholic beer.
I had 2 Budweiser, so it was barely.
So that was a waste as well. Hate to disappoint you.
Hate to disappoint. And then some of you got to check out the Seven Dust show last night? Yeah?
Yeah, I arrived in time for people leaving the show.
I made it to
Hate to
our last
disappoint
song.
you. Where were we? At Stella's? I was there.
You were there?
Yeah. So that was cool.
Didn't have any alcohol, but you were there.
Yeah, I ate food and played arcade games.
Nice.
So, I did Grand Rapids. Totally.
Well, and tonight you're doing Grand Rapids in a big way because you got the big showroom tonight at Van Andel.
Yeah.
How exciting is this tour for you guys? This huge tour.
It's well, I like the tour that we're doing now. In part, of course, we're doing the Avenged Sevenfold stuff and Volbeat and Kill Switch and us, and that's awesome. But this is also, we are mixing in some of our headline dates in that, and I think we have a festival or something. Yeah, we do. Yeah, 2 of them even, 3 even. David is saying in the corner. Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those where it's a bit chaotic in a nice way, where every day gets to be a bit different from the other. So that's a cool thing with this tour.
Yeah. Now, do you have different production pieces you take for the big stage like tonight that you don't do for smaller clubs, or you change things up? How do you
It's actually more the other way around because, when you are opening a show like this, there are about 15 drum kits on stage when, like the way it's built up. So we have to kind of pull back on some things. And more than anything, of course, our time on stage. Yeah. So it's actually, to see us in a smaller club will lead to a bigger Avatar show, paradoxically enough.
Nice. I saw you guys a couple years ago at Rock on the Range. Mm-hmm. You hit the Jägermeister stage in 2014.
It was raining, and we hit the attendance record for that stage, we were told.
Yeah, it was packed. I got video of that show. It was insane. It's raining, and nobody cared. They're just standing out there watching the rain. You guys were just killing it. It was really cool.
Thank you. That was a real fun one. I guess it was our first real proper festival experience here in this country as well. So it was from 0 to speed of light in a matter of minutes. It was really cool.
Yeah, because you guys have been working it over in Europe a lot. For a long time now, and it's like finally starting to make its way over to America.
Yeah, exactly. Like we had released a couple of albums back at home, and the thing is, when we basically started out learning how to play together in our mid-teens, so there was lots of history with us before we even got the chance to hit American soil. But once we did, the nice thing is that because of the experience we built, and learning by doing we have done over at home in Europe, means that we kind of hit the ground running once we got over here.
So how did you guys, when you guys were putting the band together, how did you decide who was going to play what? Did you guys already know? It's like, I'm going to play bass. I'm a bass player.
Basically, what happens with every band is that there are 2 guys form a band. And that will be the drummer, also known as Trust Fund Kid, and a friend who gets to play guitar. And then the guitar player has another friend who also gets to be in a band, therefore he gets to play the other guitar. Now all the cool instruments are taken.
Yeah.
So then you find 2 more friends. Then you find 2 more friends, and like one who actually can play something, whatever it is. It can be the flute, but he gets to be the bass player. And then the poor kid who cannot afford any instruments, he's the singer. and like it feels like in the metal world, and especially amongst teenagers, like because with guitars and drums and bass, you get to be. It's cool, and it's also safe. You play this thing, but when you're 14 or something and you have to use your voice, write words, emote, and stuff, it's terrifying. So in my first band, I was totally tricked into be a singer on my first band.
Nice. So you just carried over into this band. You just
but by then I had already been in that heavy metal cover band and another thing. This is really in our teens and once. Yeah. So joining this band was basically I was the only guy on the street who could say. So I was the best death metal vocalist in the neighborhood saying. So that was my audition.
There you go. Who are some of the bands that you guys like inspired you to put together and play the music that you play? Who do you look up to?
Well, as a band, I think one really important starting out, like again, learning how to play and all that, is The Haunted.
Oh yeah.
So still huge fans of them. But I think it really started like when we started out, the main things that we were into collectively, everyone was into a million things, but collectively was, technical death metal and then the whole melodic Scandinavian Gothenburg sound thing version of that. So we were moving between those two camps a bit when we started writing and stuff. And then, through the years, we like a whole lot of music and the whole idea now having a metal band and trying to build it on the basic fundamentals of what is heavy metal, have a kick-ass riff and find the groove for that and all the Black Sabbath science in it. We still make a point out of making a huge effort to still make a song we haven't heard with it, I think the greatest tribute as a heavy metal band you can give to Judas Priest is to attempt not to sound like them.
Yeah.
So that's the philosophy now. And I know personally, I was talking a lot about, and we were talking a lot about during the new album, Feathers and Flesh, about Queen and the Beatles for many reasons, but one big being now like how, depending on which band you look at, there are different levels of diversity within one album. Yeah. And especially Queen and the Beatles are two bands that, even though from everything to, Another One Bites the Dust to Bohemian Rhapsody to I Want to Break Free and Stone Cold Crazy, very different songs, different eras, everything is different about them, but they still all sound very much like Queen. And that is because I guess that what they could do is they trust themselves as musicians, as human beings. Like the sound lies within the vocal cords of Freddie, and I am not that good, but the principle still stands, that because we are the musicians we are, the people we are, our sound will be there one way or another, and we don't limit ourselves with, okay, we're going to play in this key and in this tempo and, play these two different rhythms. Otherwise, it's not Avatar. And great examples of that was Queen and the Beatles. But, all over the map.
Here with Avatar, they're playing tonight at the Van Andel. One thing that you guys have that's very cool that a lot of bands seem to struggle with at first is not only do you have your music and your sound, you guys also have a visual image that's very unique. How did that come about? We
were lucky. Basically, what happened is like through the years, in a way since day one, but like as a kid, you're not really maybe able to approach the music with that kind of, at least we weren't with that kind of vision. It's always been, a learning and exploration experience. But we, after a while, we knew we wanted to do something, nail something in terms of in terms of visualizing the music. But it took a couple of albums, took a couple of journeys down different strange paths before we recorded Black Waltz, the album, and just out of pure coincidences, we got the opportunity to do a music video with this sideshow dude here from the States, Bryce Graves, and has a group called Hälsopappen. Happened to be Sweden, happened to have an apprentice that we worked with and knowing some people, and we did this kind of freak show circus thing music video for a particular song we felt that would fit with. And we just needed, since there were so many other people in the music video, we felt, okay, we might not need the whole band to be in there playing at the same time. Let's keep it clean. But, a singer got to walk around and do the whole singer and music video thing. And so, okay, so how do we make me fit in? And somewhere in that discussion suggesting, well, scary clowns are scary. That sounds cool. So it wasn't more than that. It wasn't intended to be more than that in the beginning. But it just, once we, painted my face and I got to look in the mirror and we just felt it clicked. It clicked. We felt that, here is that face of the music. Here is the seed to start visualizing what we're doing. And it was just a perfect fit, but it was through lots of hard work and experimenting, we just got lucky.
Now, I know I've heard Kiss talk about it, and Manson, I'm sure, has mentioned it, and the guys in Slipknot have mentioned it. When they put on the mask, they put on that face, they become somebody else. Does it transform you into something else, or is it just you just happen to be wearing it while you're performing?
I feel like I get to express another side of me, but it feels just as real and valid. I know, like in the case of Alice Cooper, and that is a stage name, you know, and the way he talks about it, there's totally a change going on. It's a theatrical act in that sense. I feel like what we're doing, we don't have stage names. It's Johannes Eckerström. Also on stage, it's just like an opportunity to be another just as valid, real part of myself.
Yeah.
I feel so. It's not that kind of transformation. It's if anything happens like that, I would more call it like an awakening. But that sensation was there on stage way before we got to, before I started doing this thing and we started to become this theatrical. Mm-hmm. So it's just, it's very much me. Same social security number and everything.
Change your social security number when you go on stage. There you go. So
good
you guys
if you get arrested.
Yeah. You guys aren't just here to talk about the music. You've actually brought some guitars. You're going to play something for us.
Yeah.
And so do you guys do a whole lot of acoustic stuff?
Yeah, we once we came over to the States, they kind of, okay, I have to do this. And we're like, no, we're not gonna do that. We write metal songs. And we're a bit cranky about it because it felt like something that people we don't associate with do all the time. But then we figure out a way that turned it interesting for us. And now kind of, we started to enjoy it now.
Nice, good.
So it's a challenge when, you pick up an electric guitar and write a heavy song, and then let's remove that part, and what do you have left, and what is there, what story is there to tell,
Yeah, especially when you're using like extended range instruments that are going lower. It's tough to do on acoustic sometimes.
Yeah. It's it's huge rearrangements for us to be able to do it, but that is what makes it fun for us.
Cool. What are you going to play for us first?
Black Waters. Yeah. That means not too slow.
As we start together. Do we start together?
I'm gonna pull you down, I'll take you where it hurts. I'm gonna wear the crown of the king, untainted of natural birth. And the sun has failed, it doesn't reach my sky. Every ship that sailed through the void of the surface is sort to survive. Are you afraid to die? Drown your sorrows in black waters. I'm waiting for evermore, all in vain. Nobody can drown your sorrows in black waters. I'm waiting for evermore, all in vain. Nobody can. Fed on you before, and I will feed again. You never knew yourself like I did, girl. I tell you, I am your friend. We'll leave the world alone to store us underground. I'll never leave this vicious, delicious, precious treasure I found. Are you afraid to die? Drown your sorrows in black waters. I'm waiting for evermore. Nobody can drown your sorrows in black waters. I'm waiting You tell me who I am, I'll tell you where it hurts. You can rest assured that your kind was never meant for this world. Drown your sorrows in black waters. I'm waiting forevermore, all in vain. Nobody came. Yeah!
That was awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Johnny Walker with Avatar. They're playing tonight, the big show at the Van Andel. You guys released the song here in the States, The Eagle Has Landed. We've been getting a lot of calls for it. A lot of people call Jana. She does our afternoon or midday show and her Liquid Lunch from noon until 1. People call and request whatever they want. And people call pretty regularly for that song. They love the song.
Sweet. Awesome. Thank you, Michigan.
Tell us about the song.
Well, it's part of a grander story. With Feathers and Flesh, our latest album is a concept album. And what it's a fable telling the story of this owl who goes to war against the world to stop the sun from rising. She's this nocturnal creature, the apex predator of the night. And as far as she remembers and sees the world, there's only ever been night, and the night sky has been hers to rule. And this eagle that is landing in this case, he is the one who comes and proclaims the arrival of the sunrise, of the dawn, and basically tells her, your time is coming to an end. You need to step aside. I will now be king of this land as the daylight comes. And she refuses to accept that. She refuses to just accept the passing of time and any form of change. So she has decided that, if I kill this eagle dude, we will continue to have night and darkness here, which I rule over. And then both you and I know that is not how astronomy works. So it's a fight in vain. So it doesn't end well for her or anyone in the story, really. And this is track 2 of the album. So we have just gotten to know the owl and on her position of things in the beginning as the story begins. And this is, again, the arrival of the eagle and his proclamation of how awesome he is. And he is, the kind of great leader that feels the need to tell people that he's a great leader. Like, ladies and gentlemen, your hero has returned again, even though no one missed him and no one knew that they needed a hero like that.
And then the video kind of has an interesting visual to it.
Yeah, exactly.
With the doors and everything.
What we figured out was that in the case of the music videos, we simply haven't made all that money yet to do the full-length animated movie of the whole album. So the music videos would need to be reinterpretations of taking each song individually. And because there is this, self-righteous, what's called? Well, a person who's full of himself and the idea, and that he's so deceitful. That might be the word I'm looking for. English is only my third language. Sorry about that. But anyway, so in the case of the music video, then we as a band are these basically snake oil salesmen of the Old West, that kind of imagery, but we put it up in the Swedish forests instead. And we are, going around selling this miracle cure that, again, no one asked for. We still make them pay for it. And it brings consequences that the people weren't expecting and didn't wish for. And yeah, like I said, visually, it's we finally get to realize big dream of John, our drummers, to do a one-take music video. That everything happens, in one take.
Yeah,
throughout the whole thing.
If you haven't seen it, it's really cool because you start going through doors and it goes around and you have these different scenes and you're selling this snake oil to people. Yeah. And as you come back around through the different doors, everything's changed.
Yeah, exactly. You see the effects of what we're doing to people.
It's a very cool video.
Thank you very much.
Very, very cool. What time do you guys go on tonight?
Oh, yeah. Be there early, people, because they open the door at 6. And we start playing at 6:10 today.
Holy cow.
We're on a tight schedule. So here's the thing. I want to see a riot out there. Is that legal to say even? I don't know. I'll leave the country in a couple of weeks. I want to see some slightly aggressive pushing through the door because I want to see as many as possible of you. Run and scream and if you see a cable to kill the power in the building, so our shows gets delayed. Well, just, things happen. David is panicking over there. This is all a joke.
We do not condone any of these actions.
No, obviously not.
But no, definitely get out there early because I've seen these guys before.
Please.
It's definitely worth your time to get out there early and check out Avatar.
We are
They put on a
really,
great
really
show.
good live. People tell us that over and over. We tell each other that over and over. Hendrik, you are really, really good live.
Thanks, man. You too.
Oh, thank you. You see?
See? That's how it works.
2 out of 2 people asked in the studio agree.
Nice. You guys want to play another song?
Sure.
Oh shit.
Should we play Eagle Has Landed because we talked about it?
Yeah, we can do that.
I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is Avatar with their new single, The Eagle Has Landed.
We're doing this without a drummer this time, so like, how fast is song? I don't know. Come through the clouds with the speed of a demon. I am as I was, as I will be. Lord of this world, can you hear me? I'm screaming, God above all things beneath me. Ooh, what a sensation, what a sensation. Can you feel it? Can you see what I see? I'm drowning in light. Light. Ladies and gentlemen, your hero has returned again. Everything is going to be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your shepherd and your very best friend. Bow your head, the man is here to stay. First 2 for 1, you speak without seeing intruder. You came uninvited. The hunt has begun, and soon you'll be bleeding. Stare at the night sky ignited. Ooh. What a sensation, what a sensation. Can you feel it? Can you see what I see? I'm drowning in light. The light. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, your hero has returned again. Everything is going to be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your shepherd and your very best friend. Bow your head, the man is here to stay. Ja, just det. Gentlemen, your hero has returned again. Everything is going to be okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, your shepherd and your very best friend. Bow your head, the man is here to stay.
That's Avatar 97.9 GRD Rocks with The Eagle Has Landed Acoustic. You guys are playing that tonight for sure, right?
Yeah.
There you
Plugged.
go. Yeah. Now that you heard it unplugged, you can come hear it tonight. 6:10 these guys go on, so get there early. Doors open at 6. Push your way through the doors. Get in there and check out
Exactly.
Avatar. You are not going to regret
And don't
it.
worry,
It's a
I'm
great,
sure
great
there's
show.
still beer on the inside as well. So leave the bar, run to
Yeah.
the venue. Yeah.
Yeah, they got people in there hawking beer.
Yeah,
There's
exactly,
There's
yeah.
got to be. Get in
Yeah,
there, check
exactly.
out the show, or check out the show and then go get beer in between bands.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you have to pee, you can pee in the cup of the beer.
There you go.
That's how we do in Sweden.
See, we've planned your whole evening for you.
Yeah.
So get out to the
You don't
Van
want to
Andel
miss a
tonight.
second of this.
Don't want to miss any of it. It's tonight, Avenged Sevenfold, Volbeat, Killswitch Engage, Avatar at the Van Andel. Doors open at 6. These guys go on 6:10, so make sure you get there. Details, WGRD.com. Guys, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much for having
you
us.
so much.
And we'll see you tonight.
Indeed, we will.